Hi everybody, in this video I'm going to show you how to make a TIG welding rod holder, just like this. Stay tuned. Okay, so let me show you what I got going on here. Just to build this, you're going to need 2-inch black ABS pipe, or PVC depending on what you want to use, 2-inch PVC caps, top and bottom, 2-inch electrical conduit connectors. These screw together. I went with these instead of the PVC because the threads are not tapered, so they go together really easy. You could also make this waterproof if you put an O-ring in there, but it should be pretty weather resistant as is. And then to mount this, I'm going to use 2 1/4-inch automotive exhaust clamps. You can buy those at any automotive store. 3/8 cold rolled rod, and then 1 1/8 by 1 1/8 perforated box tubing, I guess you want to call it. You could just do this yourself, but the holes are already perfectly drilled, so I figured I would just buy it instead of try to make all this. So let me show you how to put it together. First, you need to cut everything to length. I cut mine 26 inches and 10 inches. One 10-foot section of the black ABS pipe usually makes about 3 of these holders, so keep that in mind. After you cut everything to length, you're going to have to bond the pipes together. So to do this, I'm going to use black PVC cement, but you could probably also use epoxy or like a PVC type glue, that kind of thing. It doesn't have to be super heavy duty, just enough to hold the caps on. I'm going to do a quick little demonstration on how you need to join all this together. So first, you're going to need to clean off both ends of the tubing. I'm just using the ABS cleaner. Just get it good and clean. Then also clean the inside of your joints. These aren't ABS, so I don't know if this is quite necessary, but better safe than sorry, I guess. So once you do that, you're going to need your cement. Yeah, you can see the cleaner kind of makes the ABS a little bit gummy. So take your cement, same thing. Doesn't need a whole lot, but just enough to get a good bond. A little bit on both sides. Then you're going to press your cap on. Then press your joint on. I like to spin them a little bit when I go on too, just to make sure the glue gets equally distributed. There, good tight joint. Yep, and then you're just going to need to do that for all your other ends. It's going to be the same principle though. So as far as mounting these, this is going to be the basis for my mount system. It's going to be 2 1/4-inch exhaust clamps. You can get these at most automotive stores or Amazon. As you can see, they fit perfectly around this. and it gives you a nice flat surface to attach a bracket to. So this should be pretty secure. I'm going to make the bracket so that I can take this on and off. I'll try to show you kind of how I'm going to do this. So bought this stuff. You could make it yourself. In this case, it's 1 1/8 by 1 1/8 with holes all the way down it. I think it's used for like shelving, that kind of thing. I also bought some 3/8 rod. This actually fits perfectly in the hole. Actually, wrong side. Yeah, you have to touch these up a little bit because whatever coating they use makes the hole slightly undersized. So I just used a step drill to touch it up. But you can see the 3/8 rod fits perfectly in there. So I'm going to build my bracket off of the exhaust clamp and this rod, so I'll be able to lift off these holders once they're done. To make all the mounting brackets the same, I ended up making a jig. I used this spare piece that I had of the square tubing, and then I welded a piece of 2-inch OD exhaust tubing to it, made sure everything was square. So all I have to do now is take the caps, put them on like that, put my pin in, then just weld them together. That way everything's square, it's repeatable, they're all going to be the same this way, and it'll be a lot easier to knock them out quick. I also want to mention that I rounded off the end of the pin. That way it's going to go in and out of the hole a lot easier. I don't know if you guys can see that. But yeah, it should just make everything work a lot better. Now all that's left to do is start welding up your brackets. So I'm just going to make sure everything's square. It doesn't have to be perfect, but you want it as good as possible. Now once you get it tacked good, you can take it out and finish weld it. I wouldn't weld the whole thing in here because it will mess up your fixture. Yeah, now just to do the rest of them. So you can see here is the final product. And this bar right here is going to end up being on the top of my new welding cart that I'm making. So you can see it's pretty clean. Everything went together pretty well. And it's secure, but it still pops out pretty easy. Yeah, so as long as you get your tolerances right, it will lock in there pretty good, so it's not going to jump all around when you move the cart. You can see just have a little bit of pin protrusion at the bottom, just keep it in there. All in all, I'm super happy with how these turned out. I really like this idea. These are going to definitely be a lot stronger than the other type that you're usually used to seeing, you know, the blue ones with the O-ring on them. Those are good, but they break really easy if you step on them, or if they're close to something you're welding on, they'll get burned up pretty quick. So this is a lot more heavy duty, a lot more resilient. Like I said earlier, you could make this waterproof too by putting an O-ring in this joint right here. So good design. I'm thinking actually probably painting this too. There's a paint called Krylon Fusion. It's meant for plastics. So I've had good luck with it in the past. It sticks really well. So once I've done my welding cart, I'll probably paint these to match. So yep. If you guys end up doing this design, tag me in it. I really want to see what you guys come up with and if you modify the way I did it. I'm always excited to see what you guys do with my designs. So hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video if you don't like it. Give me a thumbs down and tell me why you don't like it. And I'm excited to see what you guys come up with. So have a good day.